So, what's up, everyone? I just wanted to make a quick video. Um, Maybe we can discuss, maybe make like little discussion in the comments. What do you guys think? First, tell me, how many of you guys want to work for a FANG company? FANG company is like, I'm guessing it's like the big companies, big tech companies, whose primarily product um, is tech based, so their software requires a lot of engineers and all that stuff. And for God's sake, I just don't seem to understand what the craze is all about. Like, honestly, and I just feel like it's a false hype, And a lot of people want to work for FANG, but when you ask them why do you want to work for a FANG company, why do you want to work for a huge company, and they're like, just the answer is that I want to earn a lot of money, which is fine, It makes sense if your primarily goal is to make a lot of money. Totally fine, I get it, But for God's sake, man, um, some of us have life, We got things to do. We can't spend 10, 12 hours at work. We can't do that, Some people can, but most people can't because they have other responsibilities, Some people have kids, some people have household stuff to do. They're not single. They they got to spend time with other people as well, like family members and all that stuff. And the answer to the question why do you want to work for FAN is because of money. It really just doesn't make sense for most of the people because most people have other things going on as well, not just job. So I just don't understand. Like, maybe someone can explain me really, like what all this fuss is about. FAN, like, we're gonna work for 10 years straight, earn a lot of money, retire. Well, when you retire, you're gonna be pretty old. You're gonna be 30, 40 plus, if I'm thinking right. So at 40, you're not gonna have same energy that you um, have now, and primarily focusing on the money, you are gonna definitely ignore a lot of the things. You know, someone who works for FANG is non-stop working. Is really non-stop working, and it's a stressful job as well, from what I've heard. And the one good reason that I can think about working for FANG is obviously the pay. You get a lot good money, um, and you are introduced to large code base ultimately, not on the first day of joining, but ultimately you are introduced to bigger and bigger code bases. So you are, as you're introduced to bigger and bigger code bases, you just get to see a lot of things, get to see a lot of trade secrets, how things are done, which you would not find elsewhere. If FANG is processing this many requests per second, you can only find that knowledge if you work for FANG. Practically you can only see it happening when you work for FANG. For a big company or a smaller company, you wouldn't see that. That's a big advantage of that you're introduced to a large code base instantly. Well, maybe, okay, sorry, not instantly, but after a while. Okay, because from what I heard, FANG has a structure. If you work, you start from the bottom and then you go up, and as you go up, you have more and more visibility, right? But the things that you work on FANG, like I said, the big code base is a huge advantage. It helps your career as well. But you can kind of find that same thing in many other companies, many other little smaller companies. So it's not like you only see certain things at FANG. You can see them elsewhere because FANG is not some magical creature. It's not like magical dragon. Um, Other companies, big companies, working on similar stuff like payment companies, um, accounting companies, they kind of do the same things, a lot of the times, and you are introduced to a lot of things that you would not have seen elsewhere, nowhere else, you know. So that's a good thing about FANG, but again, you can find that elsewhere as well. And yeah, from what I've noticed, the bigger the company, the less valuable you actually are to the company. um, you're just seen as a cog in the machine. You're not seen anything larger than that. But when you work for a smaller company, slightly smaller company, you do have leverage. You do have leverage to negotiate as well. You do have leverage to do many other things. So I honestly, maybe someone in the comments tell me. You know what? Tell me, um, why there is such a hype about FANG really. What really do they give you besides big compensation? you know, like practically, if you're a person like me, for example, I for a mid-sized company, what's the benefit besides money that I should join a FAANG company, a large, really large company? What's the benefit there? Am I gonna learn a lot of stuff really quickly and it's gonna help me? Um, am I gonna have more peace of mind? Am I gonna have more time to do other stuff? Am I gonna make connections there? For people who have actually worked for FAANG, you tell me what's the big what are the couple of big one, two, three, four things that you get when you join FAANG company besides money, obviously, which I know you get paid well because listings are online. It's easy to tell. Um, but yeah, you guys tell me anyone who has worked, anyone who's trying to apply for FAANG company, you tell me what the advantages are that literally overshadow working for a smaller company.